You're the best. Has a client ever told you that? You're the best I've ever seen. My gosh, you're the best. But what are you the best at? Are you the tallest, the fastest? Are you the cheapest? Are you the best distributor? What are you the best at? And what are you comparing yourself to? More importantly, what are your customers comparing you to? Your customers are comparing you to one thing: your competition. Those backstabbing, price-chopping, client-stealing thugs that are out to ruin your business at any cost. And you need to find out how they're doing it. You need to go after them with everything you've got. You need to find out the information about their business, how they're getting customers, and cut them off at the knees. You need to destroy them. You need to take everything you can do to kill them. Destroy them. Stomp on them at every chance you get. And that's what competitive analysis will do for you. Competitive analysis will give you the tools to destroy your competition and take over the market for your business. That's really a lousy use of competitive analysis, and it's a huge waste of time. Competitive analysis is a great tool to use to find out what your competitors are doing, but it really needs to be used to build your own business up, to find out what you can do better in your own business to set yourself apart from your competition. This is a list of most of my competitors in the St. Louis market, and I'm not afraid to share their names with you. I know these people. I know their businesses. I know what they charge. I know their products and services. I know where they're located. I know what markets they serve. But most of them are also my friends. I work with them. I collaborate with them. They hire me. I hire them. When we have big jobs, we work together. We swap ideas. It's a great environment that we have in the St. Louis area for the balloon industry. But that doesn't mean they're still not my competition. And that still doesn't mean I don't want to know what they're doing at all times to market and what kind of customers are they going after. I want to separate myself from these people so that clients will know that I'm better than them. So how do you find out this information about your competitors? Where do you go to find out what they're doing? Well, there's a lot of ways to do that. And fortunately, most of them are free. Number one, why do you need to, why do you need to know what their competition is doing? It really helps you in your business. It can help you separate yourself from your competition. It can help you find the markets that you need to service. And it really helps you develop a niche that you can present to your clients to show that you do something better and different than anybody else in the market. So to find this information out, start with the websites. Go to your competitors' websites and find out about what they're doing. Find out what they offer. What kind of services do they provide? Find out their prices, because most people list their prices on their websites. Also, just look at their website. Is it a professional website that shows off their products and services well, or is it something they got free and that their cousin Mel made for them? This is the face of the business to the world. Now go back to your website, ask those same questions. Does it just sell your products and services, or are you explaining to your clients how you can make their lives better? Another place to find the information is Google. Just Google their name. In fact, you should be Googling yourself as often as possible. Googling yourself actually feels good because it's a great ego boost. This is the Google results for my company name. And you can see here that I've got a website, I've got Facebook pages, I have videos, I'm on Yelp. To the right of the screen is my Google business page. And everyone should have a full Google business page. It'll give you all the information about the business. Now, when you look up your competition, you can see what areas do they serve, what hours are they open, what kind of reviews do they have. Are their clients giving them reviews? And now look at your own business page and find out if your clients are giving you reviews too. This is a lot of information you can find out where your client or where your competition is located on the web. Another great place to look, social media platforms. Everyone's on social media now. Find out where your competition is. Follow them on Facebook. Read their tweets. Look at their Pinterest and Instagram pictures. But don't get too crazy. There's lots and lots of social media platforms out there, and there's more and more every single day. You can't be on all of them. You need to find out which social media platforms your potential customers are on. Do they look at pictures on Instagram? Do they follow tweets on Twitter? What are they doing? And you need to focus your attention on those social media platforms. Find out what your competition is doing on them and find out if they're successful on those platforms. This is a website that Will Hankey has mentioned several times. It's called SEMrush. SEMrush, you can sign up for a free account and you can look up to 10 other websites to find out what those websites are doing. They find out keywords that they're using, what kind of searches people are finding those websites on. Are they doing organic searches? Are they doing paid searches? What kind of words are they using to get customers on their paid searches? SEMrush is a great tool that you can compare your information with your competitors' information and find out what's working in the marketplace. Another website that's similar to SEMrush is called SpyFu. I love SpyFu because it's a cool name. I don't know who comes up with this stuff. But SpyFu gives you a lot of information too. Another free account you can sign up for, and you can still get lots of information from it and look up your competitors' websites as well. This will give you a lot of information about organic keywords, what kind of links do they have? Do they have paid keywords? How many years have they been with Google? Lots of great information on SpyFu that you can compare yourself to your competition and find out what is working for them and what might work for you. Google Alerts. This is one of my favorite things to do. Google Alerts will allow you to get an email when one of your competition is mentioned on the web. So if somebody puts out an article or somebody puts out, invites them to speak at a business meeting, Google will send you an email with a link to the page that their name is on. So you can find out what they're doing and where they're going and how they're getting their message out there. You should also have a Google alert for your own name so that you can find out when you're mentioned out there. Maybe somebody writes an article about your business. You want to know about that because you want to promote it, you want to thank them, and if somebody says something bad out there, you want to know about that too. But Google Alerts is a great way to get information about when your competition is out on the web. Facebook Insights is part of a program with your Facebook business page. If you don't have a Facebook business page, you should get one right away. It should not be part of your personal page because nobody wants to see your poodle, except for Richard. They want to see your dog all the time, yes. The rest of us, no, they don't want to see pictures of your dog. Facebook Insights gives you a lot of great information about how your Facebook page is working, how the posts that you're putting out there are getting engaged with your readers. But Facebook Insights is only available to you. You have to be logged into your Facebook business page to get the insights on your page. You can't go to your competitors and find this out. That's all well and good, but Facebook gives you a very, very powerful tool. Pages to watch. You can watch your competition's Facebook pages. Find out what kind of posts they're putting out and how they're being engaged. This is five of my competition companies that I watch on Facebook every day. I want to know what kind of posts they're putting out, if those posts are getting engaged, if they're getting liked, if they're getting commented on, how many likes do these people have, and I look at this all the time. When I did this snapshot, and I just did this snapshot arbitrarily, you can see at the bottom is my page, my Facebook page. I have the most posts and the most engagement. I win. That's all I want to do. I just want to win. My competition is not using Facebook to its utmost potential. That's great to know. Now I know I can even focus more on Facebook and get even more engagement for my business. Now you have to decide on what competitive factors you want to rank for. What are you going after? What do you want your customers to know about you? Do you want to be competitive on price, or delivery time, or ad space, or distribution, certifications, endorsements? You can't be competitive on every platform, on every factor that's out there. It's just too much. There's too many of them. So you need to decide which of these factors you want to focus on. Then that's where you want to be competitive. So it's easy to track this kind of stuff. You want to put together a simple graph. You can list the competitive factors that you think are important to your business, list your competitors, and find out where you're better or worse than they are. Very simple to do. Now, you've got to be careful with competitive analysis because you can really get into the thick of it. And if you start getting too much information and you're tracking too many factors and you're tracking too many competitors, your graph is going to start looking like this. If you get to this point, you need to stop and seek help. This is too much information and you're wasting too much time. So what you need to do is really focus on the competitive factors that are important to you. Where do you want to beat your competition? There's two things you can do. You can do it in-house and you can hire somebody outside. If you do in-house competitive analysis with a lot of the tools that we've seen here, it's going to be low cost. It's not going to cost you much to see this. Most of the sites I've shown you are free with free accounts. You can do it in your spare time. You can control what kind of things you're looking at and be flexible about it. But let's be honest, who here has spare time? Yeah, you're running a business. You don't have spare time. So you can hire an outside firm to do this. And what you get with an outside firm is you get somebody who's dedicated to the process. They will look at only the factors that you want them to look at, and you can schedule the results. You can get one report and say, in a month from now, I want you to give me a report. Or every 2 weeks, send me a report of how I'm doing on with my competition, and here are the factors I want you to look at. So either way, you can know about what your competition is doing. The benefits to competitive analysis are huge. You will get to know what your competitors are doing. You'll get to know about market trends. You'll get to know what you need to do to make yourself better to your potential clients. And above all, you'll get to find out what kind of niche you can fill that you will be the only person and the only company doing what you're doing. And that will make you invaluable to your potential customers and clients. So remember, competitive analysis is a great tool to use, but you don't want to get too involved with it. It's something you can find out about your competition that will make your company even better. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Now we have, what? We have 3.5 hours for questions. You said 3.5. Oh, 5 minutes for questions?
Thad, as to the activities that you do every day, the research that you do every day, do you have a set amount of time that you develop to that, or do you limit the amount of time, or is that unstructured activity?
It's less structured than that, and I don't know that I do it every single day. I try to keep track of a little bit of this stuff at a time. I won't spend more than a half an hour to an hour on it because I have a good baseline of what my competitors are doing and which competitors I don't even need to look at. There are some people that do what they say they do what I do. I don't even look at them because they're very, very inexpensive. I don't care about them at all. I don't even care what they're doing. I'm not going to compete with them because they're just out there beating on price. There's other competitors that have nothing to do with what I do. They're in a completely different frame of the business. So I don't need to worry about them because we're not infringing on each other. I don't need to beat them on anything. So I don't do a lot every day, but I do something several times a week. Karen.
I wanted to take a picture of your page that had all those things that we could offer, and I couldn't get my camera open. Vicki was trying to. So can we
Which
get
one? Which one?
either? No, not
That
definitely not that one.
Oh.
The one right before that, the competitive factors.
Competitive factors, yeah. Oh, then move. I'm now out of the camera, and that's why I'm here.
And our guest.
This is my SEO, so.
Send it to me. And our guest. And our guest.
Radio, yeah.
And our guest wanted another slide. Which one did you want? With the cute
Q&A?
little question mark?
That one.
The,
Louise didn't get the other window yet.
that one?
Go back to that.
You could just send me an email and say, can I have your slide deck? Okay, that's fine. Or I'll go for E4e. Because it will be on E4e, won't it? Well, we'll see. Ted's not happy with me right now, so. There'll be a vote in the partners meeting.
Thad, I have never seen you so aggressive and angry in my life. But specifically, what kinds of things have you found with your competitors that actually changed the direction of what you were doing? Do you have any examples of that?
Mostly trends in the industry trends, because things that happen on the coasts don't necessarily happen in the middle. We all know that, we're in the middle. And there are definitely design trends, because I'm in the balloon business, I design things. So design trends that are on the coast, and I keep track of those. But when they start creeping into the St. Louis area, I want to know who's doing those, who's doing them well, and how they're selling them. The other thing is marketing. I'm huge into marketing because I've got to get my message out. I don't own a blimp. I'm in the balloon business, but they're not that big. Unfortunately, I wish I had a blimp and then I wouldn't have to go anywhere. Blimp would just fly around. So I need to know about marketing. So I need to know how my competitors are marketing and where they're successful. Fortunately, I'm very fortunate that I'm the best marketer in my industry right now. And that's thanks to a lot of people in this room here. But yeah, those are the things those are the two really key factors that I keep track of because that's really what's going on. Dale.
Can you offer some guidance to people into how to identify out of all of those competitive factors which to choose for themselves?
Oh, yes. The competitive factors are huge because you really need to know what you're going for. And these are just generic competitive factors. These are things in business that people want to score for. Sorry. Ms. Pooley's taking a picture, so we're going to... Sure. First of all, like the first one up here, price. Don't care. If you're trying to beat me on price... What? 1 minute?
Yeah, talk fast.
So if you're trying to beat me on price, you're going to win. But I try to find out on these factors what's important to my business, what's important to me, and what do I want to promote. So that's what I look at. And to Richard's question, trends and marketing. One more question.
Thad just met you this morning. Great presentation.
Thank you.
It might sound counterintuitive to work with your competition. I use that as a strategy. Can you share a positive thing that came out of it, just so everyone can have a good example?
Some positive things. One, I have found out who I can trust, which is huge. But in collaboration, because I don't do everything, and my competition might do something a little bit different than I do, collaborating with them and working with them on a common goal builds that trust. And that trust usually pans out to more success for both businesses. In my business, I do projects that involve a lot of people. I need to have a crew with me. I'm not hiring an interview for my crew. You have to be able to tie a knot in a balloon. So I need people that I can trust that can come in and do what I need to be done without training them. So that's my competition. They know how to do balloons. So that really helped me be friendly with my competition. When they have a big job, they can hire me or they can call me for advice. And I know who I should give advice to and who I shouldn't give advice to. Now, Mark said I have to go, so that's all I have time for. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.